Welcome to The Gavel, your weekly Denver City Council wrap-up. Here's what happened this week. On Monday, June 5th, City Council passed a plan to make building accessory dwelling units, or ADUs, easier. The decision came after hearing feedback from homeowners, architects, and community members. Common issues reported were the high price of construction, zoning barriers, and ADU size concerns.
That included, for example, 6 in-person open houses, a couple of virtual open houses, citywide surveys, lots and lots of neighborhood presentations and updates for Planning Board and City Council.
City Council and Community Planning and Development worked to revise the size, shape, and location of ADUs to help streamline the approval process. There will now be more flexibility to create 2-story ADUs in more urban areas, an easier path to build 1-story ADUs by changing lot size requirements, and an increase in the maximum floor area of ADUs for smaller lots, which can keep multi-generational families on the same property.
With this amendment, we could see a gradual continued uptick as barriers are removed and it becomes more possible to provide ADUs as a housing option throughout the city.
On Tuesday, June 6th, the Finance and Governance Committee sent to the full City Council a lease agreement with Denver 44th Avenue to provide a re-entry facility for those exiting incarceration. The property, located at 570 West 44th Avenue in Council District 9, will provide up to 100 beds. In 2019, City Council took action to transition away from for-profit, private organizations as community corrections providers. Part of that plan meant the city should explore the possibility of leasing or purchasing community correction zone properties.
The anticipated cost of the lease will be funded through the generated revenue from the services provided, at least up until probably year 3 or 4, at which point we will have to ask for a general fund offset, depending upon where provider reimbursement rates are and bed capacity.
In addition to the property with Denver 44th, City Council has approved the purchase of Thule Hall, which operates 60 beds, and the Dahlia facility with a capacity of up to 100 beds. On Wednesday, June 7th, the Safety, Housing, Education, and Homelessness Committee sent to the full City Council a plan to expand safe parking sites for people experiencing homelessness. Currently, there are 2 safe parking sites in the city, one at Hamden and Colorado Boulevard, and another at 13th and Grant. Each site can carry 8 vehicles each.
We don't have locations as of yet, and that's why there's a ramp-up time to find that. So it's not just about finding the place, but also making the agreements in the community that those sites are in place, making sure that you have the security and the safety on site that's necessary for wherever that location is. So it's not just a pick up and go.
The request will add $600,000 to increase from 2 sites to 4 and serve approximately 300 households. It will also increase the term from 1 year to 3.5 years. Safe parking provides stability, safety, and security for people and their property. Case managers are on site who can help with access to permanent housing and services. Also this week, on Tuesday, June 6th, the Land Use, Transportation, and Infrastructure Committee sent to the full City Council a plan to regulate development near freight railways. On Wednesday, June 7th, the Business, Arts, Workforce, and Aviation Services Committee heard a presentation from Denver International Airport on providing reduced-rate EcoPass options for all concessionaire employees. Want more info on City Council, including weekly schedules and agendas? Visit denvergov.org/citycouncil. Denver City Council meets every Monday at 3:30 at the City and County Building Council Chambers, or tune in live on Denver 8 or Zoom. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube for Denver news, events, and information.